This is BBC One, now from Athens, Match of the Day Live with Gary Lineker.
Good evening. You didn't think you'd get rid of us that easily, did you? Greece versus England? Quite fancy a bit of that. Sven's got them going. Welcome to the Olympic Stadium here in Athens, where alongside Alan we're joined by two men with something in common. Martin O'Neill and Jamie Redknapp both won a treble this season without kicking a ball. If you're not sure, Martin's the good looking one.
Oh, look at Brad Pitt over there.
Fair comparison.
Yeah, I've got to say, when I heard that Redknapp was coming, I was hoping it would be your old dad that would be arriving, because looking here, he's not as good looking as you, certainly, and almost as ugly as myself.
You'll be happy with that.
No, I don't know about that. Let's get it round to the important issues. Jamie, strong Liverpool contingent in this team tonight. I mean, 4 players. That could help with the confidence of the side following the trophies and the success of last season?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's exciting times for Liverpool. Also, it looks like it's going to be exciting times for England as well. Everything's very positive at the moment.
Very positive, Alan. A great mood. Is that justifiable, or are we going over the top as we prone to do occasionally?
Well, I think it is. I mean, you've got your great players, you've got your Beckham, your Scholes, you've got your Owen. But at last, they've got 3 or 4 younger players that are coming through. If they keep maturing and progressing the way they are, then they can go right to the very top. They've won 4 games in the trot. The mood in the camp is great. As always, you have a note of caution, because when you've got dreams and expectations and aspirations, and when they're sky high, one bad performance can decimate all them. But certainly the way they're playing, you would have thought that tonight they wouldn't have any problem here.
Martin, would you
agree with that, Al? I think it's too early to say that he's transformed things, to be perfectly honest. After 4 games, the results have gone very well indeed for him. But he's given them an extra belief in themselves, without a doubt. I think the younger lads are certainly are motivated by him. You feel as if you can get something, the players will feel as if they get a performance from him, or he gets a performance from them, I should say, that he'll stick with them. And there's that sort of little belief that he's got. Obviously, it's helped immensely by the results.
I think if you look from when he took over, I mean, the sea change has been enormous. You know, the team are going into this game with tremendous confidence, because the way they've played in those matches, and especially the last game against Mexico, where the pass and the movement, the goals are absolutely terrific.
Okay, right, more from the guys in a moment, but first the thoughts of the England manager and his captain.
Sven, you're the first England manager to have won his first 4 games since Sir Walter Winterbottom in 1947. Can you beat that record?
I don't know. I hope so. It's a very important game today, and of course we hope to win it, but not because of that record, because of another reason. We want to play the World Cup.
I think people in England and fans in England are getting a little bit more excited now, because they've seen the way we've played in a few games. We've got a few good results. Big game on Wednesday. If we can get the 3 points there, then you know the ball's rolling.
I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with how they behave, how they work, how they play, and I hope that we can go on like this.
What do you think England's chances now in the group?
I think better than they were 2-3 games ago. You know, before the Finland and the Albania game, you know, we only had the 1 point, and things were looking a little bit desperate then.
No, at least we have the chance to to be on the same points as Germany, if Germany win all the games without the game against us. And that should be very interesting. Before you couldn't see the chance, now we can see it, and of course we must be good enough to take that chance.
The mohawk looks great. Where did you get the idea?
Nowhere really. I just, people say, oh yeah, that I watched the film with Robert De Niro in Taxi, and I got it from that. But no, I sort of just, I had it planned to do it for the summer, and I just done it a little bit earlier.
I'll tell you what, if Greece lose to England on Wednesday night and make it a record win, 5/5 for Sven-Goran Eriksson, I'm going to have a mohawk. What do you think about that? Will you suit me?
I think it will suit you, definitely. I'm going to hold you to that.
All right.
In fact, I'll do it on the way back on the plane for you.
I'm sure the nation waits with bated breath. Let's get to, the league tables now is very different group table because of Germany dropping points.
That's correct. It was a good result for England, and I think tonight it's a must-win game for them. And if they can win tonight, good performance to go in the match against the Germans September the 1st with renewed confidence. Again, when Eriksson took over, you thought, second place was a possibility, but first place now, you look at that table, if they can win tonight and win in Munich, then it's conceivable that they can go straight through.
Let's have a look at tonight's team to face Greece. It's a strong lineup, especially midfield, Jamie.
Yeah, that's very strong. I think if you look at the midfield we've got, there's one thing for sure. You can look at goals. You've got Emil Heskey on the left, who's going to get, he got 20-odd goals for us this year. Paul Scholes' record at England level is as good as anyone's. Stevie Gerrard scored 12 goals this year, I think, 11, 12 goals. And David Beckham, he's banging in goals at the moment. So I think you're guaranteed that from the midfield.
And the front two are in form, front two are scoring lots of goals. The one surprise is Heskey playing wide on the left. He can do a job there, but if I'm playing centre-back, I'm delighted he's playing wide on the left. I think you don't want to play against power and pace, and he's got tons of it.
He has played there. I played him there a number of years ago, down that left-hand side. He was young, he was athletic then, and he certainly got back a little bit more. But he's playing in a far better side now at this minute. He can do that role. It's not his favourite position.
They say he's improved quite a lot this season, Martin, since he left you.
Do I know a little air of cynicism there again?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Just been pointed
Well, he's
out.
bound to improve as a player.
Better coaching.
Yeah, better. Because he's playing with better players. With no disrespect to Leicester City, he's been playing. But I knew he would score goals for Liverpool because they're going to create more chances. And I still believe that he doesn't actually believe himself that he has got this power and strength and ability to go past people. Now and again, even with Liverpool, he's laying the ball off where I think, go on, just take somebody on again. And I just think he has never got that real belief in himself that he definitely possesses.
And he's one of the younger players that are coming through, and when you talk about young players, you talk about Steven Gerrard, and what a chance he's got. He's got absolute everything. I've talked to him all season. What do you think about him, Jamie? Is he that good?
He is that good. I've never seen a player with so much ability at such a young age. You look at him now, he can tackle. He's very quick, which I think for a midfield player is quite unusual. He gets about the field, and his ability, his range of passing is as good as anyone's. And also he bangs in goals, as we see here. This is, 30 yards out, top corner. And it's unusual for a midfield to have so many good qualities like he has.
An absolutely fantastic player.
This fella's not bad either, is he,
This
Martin?
boy's got better and better, Martin.
Yeah, he is definitely a very good player. Jamie's dad would say, well, he was also a good player at West Ham United as well too. But I think that this year's experience of playing in European football has helped him absolutely immensely. And he looks a complete player at the moment, no doubt about it. Defensively, he's actually doing better than he's ever done before, reading it better. And like all good continental players, can come forward with the ball.
This guy's England's biggest plus, Alan, would you say?
You would have to say so, because it's been a problem position. Somebody with a natural left foot, he's so quick it's untrue, he gets up and down. And the age he is, he's going to mature, he's going to progress, and you can see him playing for England for years and years. And he can defend as well, which is another plus. He's a great attacker, a great defender. They've had that problem position for years. and now it's eradicated.
What's the key for England tonight, Jamie? A good start. I mean, it's a very quiet atmosphere. I mean, the Greeks are quite apathetic about the national side at present.
Yeah, it's very strange because you expect it to be a full house and a very hostile atmosphere, which it doesn't seem to be. You can hear the England fans singing there. But no, I think the important thing is we start well. If we can get a goal early, I think it will then perhaps kill them off.
That is the key starting. I mean, they're going into this game with renewed confidence after the performance against Mexico. If they can get off to a good start, get a hold of the ball, keep it, don't give the Greeks any enthusiasm or the crowd anything to shout about, then they can win this game.
It's not an intimidating atmosphere. I was expecting more people to be at the game. And if I start to think about it, if you're going man for man and you think that Theo Zagorakis, that I had at Leicester City, is playing on the side, he's playing central midfield, he's also captain of the team, so he's got some responsibility. I can't see him being able to cope with the likes of Gerrard and Scholes going past him.
Okay. And Jamie made a great point about Dabizas as centre-back, that Owen and Fowler have repeatedly terrorised him at club level. So hopefully for England that'll happen tonight.
Okay. Small crowd, big game. Greece versus England. Your commentators here in Athens, Trevor Brooking and John Motson.
Yes, evening everybody. Thanks, Gary. The stadium, as you say, by no means full. It actually has a capacity of 75,000, but it's well below that tonight. The England fans are segregated away to our left, but it's a very colourful scene down there. They're making far more noise than their Greek counterparts in a stadium which actually will stage the track and field events when Athens hosts the Olympics in 2004. But quite a few of the England players know it well because they've been here this season in European football, playing for Manchester United and Liverpool, who both drew here. Paul Scholes and Steven Gerrard actually scored here in those games. And as you can see, it's an entirely open arena, some sections of seating not being used tonight. And we await now the national anthems before this important World Cup qualifying tie in Athens. Sven-Goran Eriksson, 4 wins out of 4 at this stage. Most pleasing of starts to the evening with rival supporters cheering each other's national anthem, but I suppose we've inherited that from Wembley, Trevor Brooking.
Yes, I think well, there's a lot of rivalry at And I think it's important for England to try and take a grasp of the game, because technically I think Greek players are very skillful, but perhaps more fragile is their belief and confidence, and it's important England perhaps wrestle the initiative in the opening 10-15 minutes.
Well, Sven-Goran Eriksson's had a good hard look at the Greek team sheet. They've made 5 changes from the side that struggled to beat Albania in Crete on Saturday, 2 enforced by suspension and 1 by injury. And the Greeks have dropped the 2 strikers who started that match and replaced them with a pair that have not played together for 5 years. Maklas of Ajax, number 9, who came on and scored the winner on Saturday, and Brizas at number 11, who plays in Italy for Perugia. You've already mentioned Nikos Dabizas of Newcastle marshalling the defence. Zagorakis, who Martin was manager of at Leicester, captains the side from midfield. How are your pronunciations, Trevor?
Well, hopefully they won't get too much possession, they won't be tested, but I'm never totally convinced about the goalkeepers on crosses, so Nico Politis will have to test him early on. The 3 at the back with which they play, and I think when they push up they might not be the quickest, so Michael Owen hopefully will test them out. And certainly as the anchor man in midfield, Zagorakis, he would probably be the person who's got to pick up Paul Scholes, and I would doubt whether he would be able to keep an eye on those darting runs that are so effective.
Well, as for England, Eriksson did think quite hard about the left-sided position before he retained Heskey in preference to McManaman. David Seaman fit to return in goal. All the starting 11 have played European football this season. Indeed, the front 6, Trevor, are all Manchester United or Liverpool players.
Well, the understanding will be excellent. I think if you look at also the rest of the side, I mean, they've represented the Premiership, the top 4 clubs, so absolutely fantastic. And let's hope we get the movement in that first half that was shown against Mexico.
The referee tonight, Rune Pedersen of Norway. He has officiated before at England games, and he starts the match with Greece in blue, playing from right to left in the first half. It only ever scored once against England. That was a penalty in this stadium back in 1989. And they did, in fact, in 6 games, England have won 5. Greece got a draw at Wembley back in the 80s when Bobby Robson's team failed to qualify for the European Championships. Goumas on the far side for Greece to Mavroganidis, the right back, who's really a wing back, and Zagorakis goes down straight away. That's a free kick against Heskey. On this left side we've got a late replacement, Fisas number 3, who was only called in this morning when Venetidis, the regular left back, broke down in the final training session. This is Dabizas. England just waiting to try and get the ball here, and again Greece get a free kick. That's number 10, Karagounis, fouled by Gerrard. And Bazinas now for Greece. Now this time the referee says no. They do have a reputation for falling over rather easily, some of these Greek players. England still haven't really got hold of the ball, have they?
No, the number 10, Karagounis, is probably the more attacking of the 3 central midfield players. Zagorakis holds, Bazinas then sort of sits in alongside him. And certainly the number 10, Karagounis, is one player that they're going to have to sort out between Beckham and Gerrard, who picks him up, because he plays in the hole just behind the front 2.
Actually, the England supporters are turning this almost into a home match at the start. They're making far more noise than the Greeks. Time here is nearly 10 o'clock in Greece. We're 2 hours ahead of you, so there's been plenty of time for people to get here, I must say. Ball played forward there for Zagorakis again, and Brizas goes down holding his head in a collision. Gerrard picks it up for England, finds Scholes, over to Ashley Cole on the left, who didn't quite control that. And Brizas is still down for Greece on the near side of the pitch. He's requiring attention. Referee's seen him now. It's a head injury, so I think they'll have to stop the game. I think it was with Phil Neville, Trevor, there was a collision.
Yeah, David Beckham's just having a word with Philip Neville. You see the collision there. And certainly Phil Neville is okay. Brizas just having a quick swig on the touchline. I'm sure he's going to come back on as well.
Yes, they left out Liberopoulos and Alexandris, the 2 main Greek strikers of the last few years. Both dropped after Saturday when they made real hard work in Crete of beating Albania. Albania, who of course tonight are playing Germany. We'll be keeping you informed about what happens there as the evening wears on, because that obviously will change the group situation in one way or the other again. Here's Fisas for Greece. Brizas, challenged again by Phil Neville. This is Gerrard. Scholes to his left. And outside him, Ashley Cole, with Heskey down that side also. Playing wide with his club mates Fowler and Owen down the centre. I don't think Beckham's touched the ball yet. This is Neville. Martin Keown. This is Ferdinand. Same team that beat Mexico in the friendly at Derby, apart from David Seaman's return in goal. This is Scholes. Now, can Heskey get away here? He certainly can. Beckham's making ground in the centre, so is Owen. And England force the first corner of the match.
That was an excellent chance. His first touch let him down. Great ball over the top, alongside the defender, and with his strength and power, look, he takes it in and gives it the option then really for the defender to make a comfortable tackle.
Beckham's gone across to take the corner. Martin Keown is in the near post position. Gerrard's there too, and Zagarakis clears for Greece. Rio Ferdinand also went up for that corner. Gerrard, whose height will be more than useful in those positions. Here's Scholes. Offside against Robbie Fowler.
That one was offside, but I think in the previous attack we saw how the three at the back, if they're caught square, can really be exposed. On this occasion, as the ball's clipped, it was close, wasn't it, for Robbie Fowler, but Michael Owen was already in, and I think it was him who was actually flagged off. But the Heskey one, with his pace and power, I just feel he should have done better. But also Michael Owen, that's, I think, where England, if they turn them around, can really expose him.
So early signs there, encouraging perhaps as to the chances England might create here. Fowler heading the ball on, looking for Owen. In fact, I think it'll be a free kick in Fowler's favour. Steve McManaman is among the 7 England substitutes, by the way, along with the likes of Carragher, Southgate, Butt, Sheringham and Alan Smith on the bench tonight. Any 3 can be used. Here's Zagarakis to Vrizas. Knocked off the ball by Gerrard. That's the tackling strength that Jamie Redknapp was talking about of Gerrard. This is Heskey now. There are 2 in the centre, Fowler and Owen. Heskey goes down the outside. Fowler just pulling away, and Nicopolidis, the goalkeeper, didn't get hold of that at all on the punch. Didn't get any distance whatsoever there. He's been linked, this goalkeeper, Trevor, with Fulham and Bolton at different times. Hasn't moved yet, but he didn't look too confident there.
Yeah, I think the link might have got broken just on that cross. Great step over for Heskey. Going towards the back post, Paul Scholes was coming in, bobbled around, and they managed to get it away. But it was a terrific tackle and challenge by Gerrard that released Heskey down the left in the first place.
Yes, it was a mighty challenge by Gerrard there. This is Dabizas now, the Newcastle player, looking for Maklas. Maklas, the number 9 from Ajax, actually won the European Golden Boot 3 years ago, scored a massive 40-something goals in a season, and he's been out the picture a little bit nationally, but he's back in the side tonight. This is Gumas. Mind you, Martin O'Neill's got a player who's scored over 50 goals this season, so... This is Zagarakis. And it was touched back by Maklas to Mavroganidis, who is the right wing-back. Brizas. It's a nice turn. And he's got to get it back from Maklas here. Ferdinand, who breasted that down to Scholes. Gerrard made a good, confident start. Steven Gerrard, he really has. This is Neville. Intercepted by Zagarakis. Bazinas. Here's Karagounis. Heskey gets a foot in. This is Fowler. Gerrard again takes over. Can't get Beckham into the game at the moment, can they?
No, he just tucked in close. I think he's just conscious he's got his left wing back there, who is Fizas, and also just alongside is number 10, Karagounis, and he's just sort of darting between the two, perhaps being a little preoccupied defensively.
Yes, Karagounis, the number 10, has been the most impressive of the Greek players in the last 2 or 3 internationals. He's quite a skillful player on the ball, and he can unlock defences, actually, this fellow. He's quite neat. And plays for Panathinaikos. Here's Brizas. And Here's Karagounis again. Good challenge by Scholes. Then Heskey got a foot in. And Maklas is offside. Both Olympiakos and Panathinaikos are playing in this stadium at the moment while their own grounds are being refurbished. And here we have a... Oh, I tell you what. Was he level there?
Well, actually, Cole played him on. You could see Martin Keown, who was marking him, stepped up. He's the second of the back four, but when the ball is played, I think if you look at the cut along the line, probably Ashley Cole, the far man, played him on.
I think England were a bit lucky there. This is Cole. Heskey. Mind you, they're saying already, aren't they? Sven-Goran Eriksson, for all his other qualities, is regarded as a lucky manager, so let's hope that proves to be the case. This is Maklas. Now then, Brizas. Challenges by Martin Keown. And it was a strong one too from the Arsenal man. It's Scholes on the ball for England. Now Beckham. Karagounis again, he likes to take over there, and he's got Bazidas in support, and now Mavroganidis. Karagounis again. Maklas. Zagarakis to Fisas. They're keeping the ball quite well here, Greece. Brizas again. And Maklas turned that on. Cole it was for England to Heskey. 10 minutes gone. And Ashley Cole in a bit of a tight corner here. But he did well. It's come off Mavroganidis for an England throw. Only 20, Ashley Cole. What strides he's made in the last year to full international status. Here's Fowler. That was good play from the Liverpool man, looking for Owen. Goalkeeper's come a long way.
Well, he did well in the end, Nikopoulos, but I think he's conscious of the pace of England, whether it be Owen, Fowler or Heskey. And certainly, as it was clipped over the top, he was worried that certainly Michael Owen would have got away from the defender.
Yeah, Davies will be worried as well, because Owen got a hat-trick against Newcastle, didn't he, at Anfield, when Davies was playing in the centre of their defence. Here's Owen now. Get a free kick there, though. This is Zagarakis. Scholes, incidentally, is on a yellow card. If he was to be booked tonight, he would miss the Germany game on the 1st of September. The only other England player in that position is McManaman, who's not on the pitch at the moment. They were both booked against Finland. Forward run there by Zagarakis, who eventually went down. It's a free kick to England. Mentioning the Germany game, England have 2 home matches after that. Albania at Newcastle, and then the return with Greece at Old Trafford in October. And after that, who knows? Maybe even a playoff in November. That would happen if England came second in the group.
I think if England, I think it's important to clarify, if England want to top the group, they've got to win this evening and put pressure on Germany. A draw wouldn't be that bad a result if they're looking from a playoff point of view, because Greece certainly, if they won this evening, actually would go 2 points above England. So it's important they don't lose, but I think England themselves will be looking with their current form and that to get the victory.
I actually think if we're going to have any chance of winning the group, we'll have to win here and in Germany, actually, and even then we could finish level on points with the Germans. And then, just so everybody knows, goal difference is the first criteria again now. Having had that weird thing between the result between the 2 nations, that's now gone. At least it's gone as the first criteria. So a few goals will come in handy if we can score them. Germany at the moment have the better by 5 goal difference for tonight. Here's Zagarakis. Brizas. And trying to get Mavroganidis in on the right-hand side, but he won't catch that.
It's tough at present, as you say. Mavroganidis and Fisas are the 2 wing-backs, but they've been very much in their own half. I think he'd be quite pleased at present. They've had a lot of possession, but they haven't created too much. Certainly, I think the number 10, Karagounis, is the one they've got to keep an eye on. But generally speaking, England have had the two better chances. Certainly the one to Emil Heskey, where he allowed a tackle to come back.
Goals for England. Fowler. Owen pulling away on this side of the penalty area. Dabizas tries to clear. First real chance for Beckham to get on the ball here. It's a deadly cross. Oh, it was turned away by Gumas.
That was a fantastic cross. It just needs that little yard or two. Didn't look. You just put it in the area, and you've got to say Gumas did exceptionally well. Because if you look at the back post, the keeper can't get to this. The pace of it means he can't come for it. He's the back man, and certainly Robbie Fowler was lurking just in case.
Corner to be taken by David Beckham on the far side. Keown in the 6-yard box. Tries to get the flick on, nearly did. It's come out to Karagounis for Greece, and he took on Cole, and that's a free kick. That is the great quality of Beckham, though, isn't it? He doesn't need any time or need to beat anybody, indeed, to get those crosses in.
Well, it's a great example as well, because people say about looking up and trying to pick something. He doesn't look up and pick it. He just puts it in the danger area. And then if nobody's getting on the end of it, then the coach, manager says to the strikers, look, that was such a good cross, we should have scored from it. And you work on in training to get the strikers in there. It's the quality of the cross, though, just putting it in the right area.
Here's Gerrard for England. He's got Fowler to his right and Owen here to his left. Wasn't quite the best of passes, that it caught Owen rather in mid-stride. Here's Bazinas for Greece. He's been brought in to stiffen up the midfield tonight. Bazinas again. To his left here, Fisas, the Panathinaikos left back, who's regarded as a fairly tasty tackler. So Beckham may well find the facts of that to be true. He's certainly marking him on this side of the pitch. Over Fowler's head to Owen. Free kick this time to Greece. Uzanidis, the number 5, is just dropping off slightly, playing with the two other centre-backs. Bazinas. Gumas now comes out of defence, looking for Frizas, who goes down on the edge of the area spectacularly, but referee not interested. Here's Beckham. Now that's looking for Owen. It's a test here for the Greeks, but Gumas was equal to it. Fisas. Zagorakis again. Heskey comes across to make a channel, and Bazinas has gone straight past Heskey. Well, I'm not too sure that was good defending by England.
Well, Emil Heskey committed himself. Actually, certainly he's got Benitez outside him. He probably went for the shot. Ashley Cole has had to come across to try and make the tackle. They had an extra man overlapping.
That was the first really meaningful shot of the night, and it came from number 7, Angelos Bazinas. Emil Heskey would be relieved to see it go over the bar, I would imagine. It's got the Greek supporters a little more interested in proceedings. The stadium's filled up quite a lot on the far side since just before kick-off. They're not using the left-hand end, or parts of it anyway, for security reasons. Coming short to try and give Gumas an option. This is Bazinas. Zagorakis turning in midfield. Mavroganidis up on the right. Cole needs to be watchful, and Mavroganidis goes down. Loud shouts from the Greek supporters. No reaction from any of the players.
Great defender that was, because it was an excellent ball. Certainly chested it down well. Mavroganidis got just a yard or two ahead, and it looked as if he'd got the wrong side of Ashley Cole. In the clips that we saw before the game, he does stand on his feet, and he times his tackles well, and it certainly looked that way on that occasion.
Then what happened after that, after Cole's smart piece of work, was that Heskey was fouled. England got a free kick. Fowler picks the ball up here now, loses it. Brizas for Greece. David Seaman in goal for England there tonight, winning his 65th cap. The senior member of the squad at the age of 37. Here's Beckham, who himself is winning his 41st. Cole, his third appearance at this level, into Gerrard. Beckham. Sees three players running ahead of him there. In fact, England will do quite well out of that. It's come off Dabizas for a throw-in.
Yeah, Dabizas is more naturally a right footer. He's playing sort of the left of the three. Gumas is playing on the right. So when he gets the ball in that position, he's trying to get it on his right, and that's why it bounced off his chest. It's not his natural side.
Gerrard plays the ball in there. Oh, it's a good save. Robbie Fowler holds his head. What a good stop by the goalkeeper. Fowler with the header, and this is a good reaction save from Nikopoulos.
Excellent save, because you see Gerrard, it's curling away from goal, so Robbie Fowler's got to wait for it. He's got to really force the neck. He times it well. It's probably the only thing you could say. It's just the sort of height where perhaps the keeper can react, but an excellent save.
Corner to England to be taken by Beckham. Then they've cleared this. I think something was thrown towards David Beckham there from the crowd, but he will still take the corner. And I think his concentration may have been affected by that. There was certainly something propelled towards Beckham there. And this, of course, in Albania with Ashley Cole, didn't we? Here's Scholes.
I think there was quite a bit of trouble in the Albania game as well. Look at their goalkeeper in particular had problems.
So 20 minutes of this World Cup qualifier have elapsed. Nice touch there by Fowler. This is Scholes. Well, Robbie Fowler's ability in the air sometimes underestimated. Now the referee has spoken to the fourth official on the touchline here. This is where Fowler did make good contact, and Nikopoulos with the one-handed save. The referee has come across to talk to his fourth official. I suspect that may be to do with the incident on the far side where something appeared to be thrown at David Beckham, who is still actually over on the left at the moment, having taken that corner. He's found Cole. Gerrard, Keogh. Neville plays it forward. Michael Owen trying to get in behind them. Fowler makes his way into the centre. Scholes is there too, so is Hesketh. Still Owen. Header by Fowler, offside. Wouldn't have counted.
There was a cross as well. Michael Owen did well coming in on his left foot, and he clipped it in just when the ball is played. I think he has just crept offside. I mean, didn't make target anyway, but as you see it run along the line, it was a lot tighter than probably it looked in the end when he was heading it.
Looking quite lively, Robbie Fowler at present. Finished the season with 17 goals for Liverpool. Owen finishes, in fact, with 9 in their last 6 games, so they're well, it's been in sort of form you'd associate with top strikers. And Heskey, of course, coming to the left-hand side, he scored 22 for Liverpool in the season just ended, so there's potential there, as the chaps in the studio were saying earlier, for England to start taking the chances that hopefully they'll create.
A good little bit of movement down the right-hand side. The first time they managed to get in there, Michael Owen.
I wonder whether that was a good decision, you know, by the assistant referee. I'm not so sure that Fowler was offside on that.
I'd like to have seen it from along the line. I mean, when the ball was clipped in, from the time he headed it, he was well offside. But when the ball's played, it was a lot tighter.
Yeah, he was a bit unlucky, I reckon. See, when he... Oh, it's tight, isn't it? It's like that earlier one for Greece, isn't it?
Well, it's tight, but he's onside. And he missed the target, so I suppose that's the only consolation. If it had gone in, we'd have probably been moaning a lot more. But again, they do hold the line. The keeper's not great at coming off it, and certainly you just feel if they could time the passes well, England will make opportunities, as they've already done so.
Zagorakis is now offside for Greece at the other end. Quite a lot's happened to him since he left Leicester. He's had a drugs ban overturned, and he's won over 50 caps for Greece and is the team captain. Here's Gerrard to Neville. Ferdinand. Scholes. Fowler with Owen ahead of him. Gerrard joins in. Now Beckham. This is Neville. Gerrard. Oh, and the turn on found Paul Scholes. Well, we've seen him score from there before.
And the pass actually was unintentional, but he read it so well. His first touch was very good. Look, Robbie Fowler misses it. First touch, excellent to set up the shoot in opportunity, then just scuffed it.
Bit of a blow for Greece here. Karagounis has come off holding his thigh, number 10, and he's going to be replaced by number 17, Liberopoulos, who is, well, a very attacking player and was left out tonight, so they've now had to make that change after only less than 25 minutes. It definitely looked like an injury to me. Liberopoulos, the highest paid player in Greece by reputation, and being watched by other clubs in Western Europe. This is Heskey, Cole, Owen. Oh, pity he couldn't have just got past Dabizas there. Keown. Fowler. Owen. Oh, it's twice he threatened to accelerate through.
It was a bit unlucky. Good pass to find him, and what he does, he tried to knock it just ahead of him because it was just behind the pass, and of course knocked it too far.
This is Brizas. And Zagorakis missed out on it. Here he is again, the captain. Mavroganidis on the far side. Cole's done a good job so far, bottling him up. He's also got the throw. Germany won here 4-2 when they came to their qualifier. It was 2-2 with 8 minutes to go. And Greece gave them a pretty good game that night. Here's Scholes.
Give Germany credit, they were down to 10 men at that stage as well, so there's a lot of character, typical German character, to get 2 goals with 10 men.
Yes, there were 2 down in Finland on Saturday. It should have been 3 really, but they got away with it. Here's Neville. Scholes. Beckham. And again. Changing the point of play to Cole. Fowler. Owen with his arm up in the centre. Heskey's there. Basinas gets a foot in again. This is Keown. Cagey at the moment. Play going square rather than forward. Neville. Oh, a little bit of a afters there. Steven Gerrard and Pisas, who I was saying to you has got a bit of a reputation, the left back. Gerrard wasn't at all happy with that challenge. Pisas is implying that Gerrard then stamped a bit. It's a free kick to England though. Beckham takes. Heskey got that down nicely. Oh, and then just got tugged and tripped as he was accelerating into the penalty area. Now then, is this a Beckham position, Trevor?
Oh yeah, so I would have thought you You've got to put it in towards goal from that corner. I mean, it's a tighter angle. The thing I think already though is Heskey's power and strength when it goes into it. He can chest it down or he can head it. He's certainly got the win. The beating him in that position. I think Beckham's got to whip it in from here.
Well, Martin Keown's got his arm up on the near side. Owen's mixing with the wall. Ferdinand has gone up to join Heskey. And Beckham goes for goal and hits the outside of the netting. Some cheers from somewhere else in the stadium, because from their angle the England fans thought it might have gone in, but certainly didn't.
The England fans are the other side at the far end, and of course from there, as you see, it hits the side netting, then it goes behind the goal and they think it's bouncing down in the back of the goal. There was a huge eruption of cheering, so that's a bit cruel, wasn't it?
Well, he has scored in 2 of the last 3 internationals, David Beckham. Wasn't so far away. Facing a stiff challenge there from Gerrard. It's a free kick to Greece, which Zagorakis takes himself. Mavroganidis nowhere near that. It's an easy one for Cole to Scholes. Now it's Ferdinand, who's looking very accomplished just now, having really settled down at Leeds. Here's Owen looking for Fowler. Sort of away until Dabizas intercepted. Oh, now the goalkeeper shut down by Owen. And then Keown, a little slip, recovered brilliantly by Ferdinand. How would you sum up the first half hour?
I think it's important to remember the Greeks have beaten Finland here and Albania 1-0, so you know it was never going to be an easy match. Yes, the Germans have won it 4-2, but there's plenty of time. There's only half hour gone. I think England have played pretty well. They've kept the ball. The Greeks have 1 or 2 little spells in midfield, but they've not created that much. And the better chances, certainly the Fowler header, the Heskey early on could have been through. So I'd be pretty pleased at the moment. And you just feel the impetus is going England's way.
Here's Cole in the attack. Didn't he do well there? Owen's waiting, so is Fowler. And Cole, having got to the goal line and done the harder part, couldn't quite pull the cross back.
As you say, did everything there, all the harder work. He's looking up, he's going for the near post. The keeper did quite well, Nicopolidis. He anticipated the low one, and a couple just started to go near and pulled out the back post, but Ashley Cole anticipated they were still going near. Great runner. He's still playing very well up to now.
Funny, isn't it, how for years we used to say after Kenny Sansom that the left-back position was a bit of a problem, mainly because Graham Lasso had some unfortunate injuries. It's now being occupied by a player who, given a fair wind and a bit of fortune, could be there for years. Here's Zagorakis, and Liberopoulos joins the attack as well and goes, well, not quite through.
Terrific tackle against Steven Gerrard it was who got back.
Certainly had a lot of part to play in this first half, Gerrard. This is Zagorakis now for Greece. England clear their lines, and that driven pass will not find Robbie Fowler.
Just labouring a little bit after that challenge, wasn't he, Steven Gerrard? I guess there was a little doubt. He had a rest, and you can see it just carrying the right leg there, and although he's adjusting his shin pad, he's not totally happy.
No, he's not. Of course, he is under continual treatment anyway for a back problem. Nicopolidis, who is in fact the #2 goalkeeper in Greece, the first choice, whose name I won't try and pronounce because it's almost unpronounceable, was injured in training at the end of May. And Nicopolidis, which is a rather easier one to say, believe it or not, has taken his place. Here's Liberopoulos for Greece. Fowler through the legs and releasing Owen, perhaps. Dabizas into the defender. Owen's got the pace of him here. Michael Owen for England. Is that the moment? Oh, outside of the net again.
A terrific play by Robbie Fowler. It beat his man, and he just knew then that's the angle over the top. Dabisas on his wrong side. He's not the quickest. Michael Owen did everything right here. Just into the side netting. Again, the hard stuff was done. Possibly just keeping it on his right foot. He takes it a little bit wider there, but you've got to get it on target, at least make the save.
Nevertheless, encouraging signs for England there, who have a throw-in on the far side. To be taken by Heskey to Fowler.
What we did see, of course, was the club understanding, really, John, where you get two players, towards the end of the season, they've been linking up superbly, and Robbie Fowler, once he beat his man, he knew just clip it over the top and let's use Michael's pace.
I think you made the point, didn't you, that all the players in the team tonight come from the top four. Here's Owen, he's offside.
That was close as well. I mean, Philip Neville's done an overlap down the right, and he's definitely on an offside position. But look, Michael Owen isn't the right back, plays him on. Now, Philip Neville and Emil Heskey are not interfering with play. And I think when the ball was played...
That's a bad decision. That Owen was onside, and those two are not... They're passive, they're not involved in the move. So that flag should not have gone up. By Gumas for Greece. Brizas is there, trying to head it on, but Martin Keown. Number 7, Bazanas, is really working very, very hard for Greece, doing more or less for them what Gerrard is doing for England at the moment in midfield. Fisas with 10 minutes left in the first half. Greece 0, England 0 in the World Cup qualifier. Liberopoulos unable to make contact with that. This is Emil Heskey. Oh, look at the power here from Heskey. Can he find Owen? Not quite.
This is the sort of run we want to see more of from Emil Heskey. That's playing to his strengths. Just under hit the pass, but unlucky.
Here's Scholes. England coming quite promisingly now from midfield. Fowler's moved out left a couple of times. He's found Heskey. That's a poor pass. It's taken Ashley Cole by surprise to go backwards. Beckham. On this side is Neville. Gerrard. Fowler. Now, Beckham had come from an onside position. Now that's another example where Owen was in an offside spot, I think, but Beckham's holding his head because he is not offside here.
No, it's not Beckham. I just think because he's so much in a key position in the middle of the goal, he affects the defender, and possibly is not as dormant, but he is not the one who runs onto it. I mean, the argument is this passive one. It's a good one for Alan Martin and Jamie to talk about, but I always favour the attacker. David Beckham was nowhere near offside, and he was the one who would have taken it on.
It's certainly a slightly different case to the one before, but the fact remains that FIFA changed that law, or the interpretation of it, precisely to give attackers more advantage, and it's being kind of reversed at this moment in the game.
I think England have just got to keep persevering because they're looking threatening, and at some stage you're going to get the right pass and it's not going to be flagged, and they're going to get the opportunity for the score. They've got to keep persevering.
Yes, we hope so. Greece on the ball at the moment, though. Number 17, Liberopoulos, substitute. Nikos Dabizas here. Sees his chance to come forward. It's Liberopoulos again. Oh, and here's a moment of anxiety, beautifully cut out by Ferdinand.
Rio Ferdinand hasn't had a lot to do. On a couple of occasions, Martin Keown, Ashley Cole just made a slight slip up with their interceptions, and he's covered, he's got the pace, and he's read it well.
Maklas is trying to get something going up there for Greece, but England are defending pretty competently at present, I would have to say. And here's Zagorakis trying to prove that wrong. Mavroganidis, far side of the penalty area, touched the ball again. Ferdinand steps in.
Excellent anticipation. Liveropoulos is sort of playing a game behind the front two. He's taken over, of course, from the number 10, Karagounis, who again was making those late runs from midfield. Here he is again.
Yes, he tried to mug two England defenders there, didn't work. Owen's on his chase again here against Dadizas. Dadizas missed most of the season with Newcastle. He played the first 2 games, then got a cruciate injury, played the last 7, and he's looking as though he has recovered sufficiently to play international football again, although I think Newcastle might have hoped he was going to have a rest. Here's Fisas. England's 2 linemen are poor, quite evident from the way they're shaping up there. This is Bazinas again. Rizas on the far side, linking with Maklas. It was a ball in from Zagorakis that caused that moment of confusion.
Yeah, it's just the one area, I suppose, if you can get somebody like Rizas, the striker number 11, on Ashley Cole, who's not the tallest, and so if you can hang a ball up at the back post and try and get people joining on the knockdown.
Oh, and Zagorakis has intercepted that, and has he? No, he hasn't been brought down.
Great tackle by Gerrard.
Fantastic tackle by Gerrard. Got the ball. Beckham. Fowler. Trying to shake off 2 defenders to make way for Owen. In fact, he's made way for Heskey. And so now Fowler and Owen push on forward with Heskey. And Fowler won't reach that.
Robbie Fowler did brilliantly there and played it out wide, and then he's made a run behind Emil Heskey, and I must say I'd have said keep out the way and let Emil Heskey have 1 against 1. This is Steven Gerrard's tackle. I mean, superb, and certainly although Zagorakis went down looking for a free kick, it was just perfect time, and he's had an excellent 45 minutes.
Yes, and we're entering the last 5 minutes of the first half now. Greece have a free kick. Bazinas to Liveropoulos. Fisas. Maklas. They brought that well. This is Gumas on the far side for Greece.
Did well. Emil Heskey had to make sure he stayed out wide. He was tempted to come in, but Gumas started heading towards the penalty area, and forced goals came across. It was a speculative shot.
Just got a shot there of Vasilis Daniil, who is the Greek manager, on a slightly shaky surface at the moment from his point of view. He's only contracted up to December, and there are those who think that if Greece don't get a decent result here, he might be asked to leave before that. This is Ferdinand. Beckham. Looking for Heskey on the far side.
Throw in to make sure they don't get out of that corner.
Gerrard to Cole. Fowler again moves left, finds Heskey. Owen the only one in the centre at the moment for England. Scholes is going there now. That was Gerrard. So Sven-Göran Eriksson talking to Peter Taylor with 3 minutes to go in the first half. They've prepared themselves for quite a tactical game here, and that's the way it's developing at the moment. Sami Lee on the far side, who scored actually in Greece when England won here back in the 80s, not on this ground but in Salonika. Scholes. Who's played a big part in England's build-up in this first half. Excuse me, referee. Now Neville with Beckham to his right. Owen over on the far side. Scholes making a forward run now. Oh, now is he on?
That's tight.
That's tight again.
Actually, David Beckham could have clipped it with his left, but you see, he just gets round on his right, and as the ball is played, well, Scholes is not offside, but it's the far man beyond him that is, and so the linesman puts his flag up. But look, you know, Scholes is the one that gets on it, and he definitely wasn't offside.
Well, Gary and Alan will tell us about all this at half-time. It's certainly one of the points for discussion in the first half. It's happened 4 times, 3 to England and 1 to Greece. The assistant referee a bit flag happy, I'd say.
Yeah, what are you chuckling about? It's been against England, but as I say, I just think if they keep, you know, knocking those balls in, they are going to get some joy.
Here's Bazinas. Kia. This is Beckham. Now a goal just before half-time would certainly suit England. This is Owen. To Cole. Heskey. A minute plus stoppages, of course. Fowler's moving forward now behind Dabizas.
I suppose the only criticism slightly you could say is that once a player has gone in there and knows they're in an offside position, if they are coming out sort of a little bit more obviously, then once or twice England players have been standing in there, and although they haven't been sort of active, that they certainly have been encouraged that the linesman to put his flag up. But I think if they can try and come out and make sure that it's the people from deep that are onside all the time.
Yes, and that's probably the way we're going to get a goal, I think, if we keep persevering. Fourth official has picked up the board and said there'll be 1 minute of overtime in this first half in the Olympic Stadium in Athens. Brizas. Dabizas. Oh, and play on, says the referee. Liberopoulos does just that. Oh, it's sort of slightly bumped off the pitch in front of David Seaman.
Yeah, good bit of advantage, and certainly was a foul, but Paul Scholes, I think, made the tackle, and then the speculative shot was a nasty one, bouncing in front of the keeper.
Here's Zagorakis. That's encouraged Greece and their supporters a little bit, I think. Goumas. Mavroganidis. I wonder if he's got the longest name in world football. Surely not. Pretty close. In goes Cole. He's probably got one of the shortest. And here's Zagorakis pushing on at the end of the first half. Rio Ferdinand is up with him. And Rune Pedersen, the Norwegian referee, brings that half to a close. England having had, I would have said, the better openings, and 1 or 2 very debatable offside decisions, one particularly that upset David Beckham, but all in all, Trevor, it's pretty even.
Yeah, pretty. I think England have had the better of the play. Robbie Fowler, I think, has played well. Looked dangerous, unlucky with the header. That was probably the best chance. Good save. And then I think Gerrard's been excellent in midfield, and I just feel they get the timing of the runs from deep, and the front men do come out, then I think the chances are that England will score in the second half.
So, Gary, half-time, Greece 0, England 0.
Yep, England have had the chances, but not put them away as of yet, Alan.
Yeah, better side, better chances. Individually, some good performances. I think Ferdinand has grown in stature every time I see him. He's absolutely awesome, with not a lot to do, but fantastic. Gerrard, terrific. I think that they've had a nice variation in the play. At times they've kept it, other times they've played it over the top. And basically, you know, you just look at this England side and the way they played in the first half, you don't want to be tempting fate, but I think it's only a matter of time before they score.
Do you think they look a genuine threat to score, Jane? The odd chance, but it's...
No, I don't think the Greece have threatened us at all. I think everything that we've done has been positive. We've passed the ball very well. And as Alan said, I think it's just a matter of time now.
I agree with both colleagues. I'm not so sure that Greece know how to deal with Fowler coming off. Uzanidis and Goumas don't know whether to actually go with him or not. I think he's causing him immense problems. When he's turning, he can play some delightful balls through. At the end of it all, Greece I think that England will be very, very pleased with themselves at half-time. without actually having got that breakthrough, which I have to say at international level, or at all levels, is the most important thing.
But England have had their chances, and the first of which fell to Emil Heskey.
Well, Martin quite rightly said that brilliant ball over the top from Fowler. A little bit of movement, great ball in. I think the defender does really, really well here. Emil should get onto a bit quicker, but it's a great recovery tackle.
Do you think Sven perhaps spotted a weakness at the back on that side of the Greek defence, Martin, that made him put Heskey in ahead of McManaman?
Well, I know. I think he brought him in for that little bit of power down that left-hand side. I think Emil himself there, the disappointing aspect of that would have been he wanted to get a shot in. And I think the minute that is running in his direction, that he must get his body across to prevent somebody getting the challenge in. He's in the edge of the box. If someone makes a challenge, it could be a penalty. Yeah. I think you would have been disappointed, but it happened early in the game.
He waited for it to bounce. He was having a look at it when maybe he should have just got onto it a bit quicker.
Jamie, another one of your teammates, Robbie Fowler, had arguably England's best chance with a header.
Yeah, I think Robbie today has been probably our best performer. He's had two great passes. It was a great ball by Stevie Gerrard, their reverse ball. Didn't even have to look. And you might say that Robbie should have headed it down, but he got a great connection on it. It's a great ball from Stevie Gerrard there.
So he should have headed it
Fantastic.
down. I mean, that's the only criticism. Great ball in, good movement again. If he heads it down, it's in the back of the net, but you've got to say a great save by the keeper.
Then this was a chance that eventually fell to Fowler as well, and Michael Owen's first input into the game, Martin.
That was a delightful ball down there. I thought it was important. Owen's just taking it a wee bit wide, but delightfully. I think it's Davies that doesn't make the challenge on him, but packs in altogether. And that was important, even though that it was debatable whether it was offside or onside.
No, it wasn't offside, was it?
It doesn't matter. It was Owen's first attempt to get at the defenders. He would have been delighted that Davies backed off him completely. So suddenly his confidence after I think it was about 20 minutes in the game, his confidence in himself will be up just from that one move.
I mean, if I was a defender, Martin, I'd be backing off as well.
You certainly.
Well, I think you wouldn't have done. I think you would have attempted to go out with Owen to make sure that he didn't get turned with the ball.
Unless of course you had the pace of Davies. And he was found wanting not long after that, wasn't he, when Robbie hit that ball and Michael span.
I think Robbie picks the ball up. It didn't quite show. He just got a little nutmeg on the midfield player there, and without looking up, he's hit a 50-yard ball. It's absolutely fantastic. And you fancy Michael there. At that stage, you think he's going to score, but he just hits the side netting.
Davies' ass is blowing bubbles. But it's a great ball in again from Fowler. Brings it down, takes it on. He maybe should hit it across the goalkeeper. In fact, he should hit it across the goalkeeper.
Sliced it, didn't he?
Yeah. But that's what I was saying before. You know, nice variation in the play, that they can get it down and play it into feet or play it over the top. And the thing about this England side is it has got genuine pace about it.
And he's got players right through that can score goals, Martin. And there's always a threat from any Beckham free kick, isn't there?
But I thought this was in. It was a magnificent free kick, and I think the goalkeeper thinks it was in as well too. He's ruled it to the line. And
well, I said there's no way he can score from
you
there.
did. Very brave. You were right again.
That's what you expect from him.
And that misses by an inch.
With his
and the goalkeeper's nowhere.
With
the
his
goalkeeper's
ability,
never
he
going
can
to get
do
it.
that though, can't he?
Yeah,
With his
he can.
ability, either side, it doesn't matter. He can stick him in the top corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, we talked to him about him before the game, Stephen Gerrard. He was holding his leg at one point. We're a little bit concerned about him, but he's been a solid presence in that England midfield.
He certainly hasn't disappointed. He's got everything. You know, he can. If he doesn't win the first one, he'll go and win the second for you. Gets it, picks it up here, strength, determination, then just the complete vision to play Heskey in. And that's what his game's all about. He's got the lot. Jamie said he's got a little bit of pace about him as well, but he's so competitive. And then when he does pick it up, you know, he just sees it pass and plays it. Fantastic performance.
Martin?
Without a doubt. I know that Alan's been eulogising about him now for quite some considerable time. I don't want to knock him back a bit, but a blind man could have seen he was going to be a good player when he was 18 years of age. Honestly, let's be fair about it. You know, magnificent footballer, without a doubt. Jamie will know better than any of us.
Well, he's got great defensive instincts as well there, because that was dangerous. And I think a little bit like Roy Keane, that he spots things so early. You know, there again, like he's got them long legs where he can just stick it out and just manage to get the tackling when it's needed.
But he is a complete player, isn't he? Because he's got the pace, he's got two great feet, he can tackle, he's competitive, he's decent there.
Yeah.
Just the one concern about him, and that's the injury thing. He seems to have slight tendency.
He always has little niggles, but we were making the point beforehand, before the top of the programme, he has played a lot of games this season, so I think he's getting better. There's always doubts about his fitness, but you know, as I say, he's played a lot of games this season, and that is a plus for everybody, Liverpool and England.
There's another young man out there that we highlighted before the show, Martin, who's been pretty impressive as well. Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole, I like Cole. I like him a lot. At this minute in his development, I think he's better going forward than he is defensively. I say that, and this is an absolutely fantastic challenge. I was concerned, honestly thought that the Greek player just got the run on him, and that is a highly dangerous challenge to make at that place, but magnificent, and confidence in his own ability to do that.
No room for error there whatsoever. He's got tremendous pace to get back, and this is what he's all about going forward. He is so quick. When Heskey plays this, well, he just catches pigeons, this boy.
And he's got the ability when he gets there as well. Look at, you know, he's only slightly.
He should play this in quicker. I think he waits and waits. He probably should play it a bit quicker.
I'm sure the movement was that good on that occasion.
No, there may not be, but he's I don't care. The best winger in the world is left with a dilemma there when he's done so brilliantly. He's beaten him now. He's coming in. He either decides that he should whip it across the box hard, or maybe a further cutback. Having said that, you know, he's done brilliantly to get
Martin,
there.
you made a point before the game that you felt still on occasions that perhaps Heskey doesn't quite believe in himself, and you saw an example of that today in the first half.
I think that. I mean, I love the player, and what he did for Leicester City in my time there is astronomical. But it's just this. I think he does brilliantly here. This is great. He's just flicks back to the little step over, and it's a great ball in. That is absolutely fine. Now he gets isolated. Robbie Fowler does magnificently for him later on. This again is second replay of him. That is fantastic. No problem with that whatsoever at all. You know, that's just after his early chance where he didn't control it properly, and he was just getting a little feel of it.
Tell you what, Martin, they've stuffed you there. They've not ran the one we were hoping.
I'm not too bothered, but the point is this here, that Robbie Fowler did brilliantly, left him isolated one-on-one. He sent a ball out to Heskey. That's the opportunity when he should have been coming inside and having a shot. Even if he doesn't get the shot on target, it doesn't matter. And those are the type of things I think, Jimmy will probably tell me differently, but those are the type of things I think that would make him the complete player.
He can do more of that. I think, you know, I'm his biggest fan this year. He's been great for us, 22 goals, and he's been a regular. He has been almost not our number one forward all season. And I look at incidents like that, it didn't show it, but when he comes inside, he can hit the ball from 25 yards and stick him in the top corner of these.
He has got so much power and pace, though. You think that sometimes you should just hit it past them and go, you know, because they're never going to catch him.
That's right.
And then when he gets there, he's got the strength to hold him off.
Exactly. It doesn't have to have a trick on it, because his power will take him past the player. On that particular instance that we're talking about again, edge of the box, even if he goes wide on the player again, that's fine. But he decided to take what I thought the soft option, just lay a little ball in. It would have been an intricately brilliant ball if it had happened, but I thought it was the wrong option.
But the boy's still learning, to be fair.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, he's only 22, 23
Exactly.
years
So he's going to get better. He's going to learn the game.
This is not an anti-Heskey campaign. He's
playing a position that is a bit foreign to him. He's a centre forward for the last 3 or 4 years.
I just thought I say that was the position, the one that they failed to show, the one that Fowler played him into. I thought that was a centre forward position, but the couple of times wide on the left, haven't a problem with what he's done.
You're talking to two Liverpool men here. It is an anti-Heskey campaign that waging here.
It's a wonder you haven't thrown in your European Cup finals and all that. At least 14 minutes into
that comes later.
That comes later.
I'll tell you what,
I think you'll get plenty of that, Jimmy.
We've
Don't worry about it.
We've got something else we need to check out on. England's next opponents, Germany, are also in action tonight in Albania. Let's see how they got on with Steve Wilson.
Janka and Neuville are forward. Thomas Linker is there as well inside the penalty area. Ballack on the edge of the box. Zieg is just outside it. It's Janka, and it's a goal! Swept into the back of the net by Marco Reymer from Janka's header on. Carsten Janka with the touch, and Reymer up for the corner gives the Germans a lead which they barely deserve. Janka's header, and a pretty simple task for Reymer, and some relief for the German bench. Barter's header. Hasi was fouled. Well, by Ballack, the reaction was a little silly. And the referee, Vessier, is calling 2 players towards him, and he's showing them red cards. It's Karsten Ramelau of Germany and Edvin Murati of Albania, who are both off. Janka, Stas Kosher is in all sorts of trouble here. This is Christian Ziga. Too high for Asamoah. Deisler, the keeper's back in his goal, I'm happy to say, but it's still 2-0 because it's nodded into the back of the net by Neuville, and the goalkeeper's got himself in all sorts of trouble, but he's got away with it because the goal has been disallowed. Owen Ballack rides the challenge. This is Ballack, and it's 2-0, and precisely the same as in the first half. Just as Germany were beginning to look uncomfortable and Albania were causing them problems, Germany score. Dancing through the Albanian defence to around the goalkeeper, Stas Kosha. Beat Kippy in the block challenge. Stas Kosha was then comfortably rounded.
So that result makes it all the more important that England win tonight. Germany now have a 9-point lead at the top of the group. England could still catch them by winning in Munich in September. They need 3 points here first though. Now if you fancy being in Munich for Germany versus England, pay attention. And even if you don't win, you can still watch the game with us. A date for your diary, keep it free, Saturday the 1st of September. And this Saturday, another big sporting event. The Vodafone Derby returns to the BBC. Back here in Athens, remind you that the score is still Greece 0, England 0. It's been a game largely dominated though by England, Alan.
Yeah, I think that England have had the better chances. The performance hasn't been outstanding, but it's been really good. I think the second half, as long as they remain solid, keep passing and moving the way they have done and creating the chances, I'm sure they'll take them.
As a manager, Martin, what would you be saying to the England team now? Will Ericsson want more of the same, or ask for patience, maybe?
I just want to know what the difference between outstanding and really good is, you know. And
outstanding is better than really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, all right. I just wonder.
Outstanding means you're 3-0 in front. Really good means you play well, but you haven't scored.
Got you. All right. Okay. Well, glad he's pointed that out to me.
You remember the question?
I do. Yes. What Ericsson will be saying, I think he'll be pleased. He will be. But having said that, that German result will have filtered through to the dressing room now. They know that they've got to win the game.
Tough call for England the second half, nearly as difficult as being between these two bickering.
Well, I'm in the middle, separating them a little bit. But no, I think it will be tough. I think that it's so important that we do get this goal and just still to get the 3 points, really.
And just keep playing the way they've been playing the first half, because they haven't done a lot wrong, you know. And I think defensively the Greeks aren't the best in the world. If England can get one, then hopefully they can get 2 or 3. But obviously the first goal is all important.
Okay, and let's hope the linesman can keep his flag down occasionally as well. Back to Trevor and John.
Yes, I certainly endorse that remark, Gary. That remains one of the mysteries of the first half, why we had so many offsides. But Trevor, Germany winning in Albania, you're great at this mathematics. What does that really mean now from England's point of view?
Got to score in the second half to actually have a chance of getting in the top spot. Certainly from a draw would mean then England are looking pretty good for the sort of playoff place, but wouldn't be able to catch Germany. So it's absolutely imperative England want to actually challenge Germany for the top spot. They've got to score in the second half.
Sven-Göran Eriksson will be well aware that if you finish second in the group, you join 8 other European runners-up. There are then There's then a draw, and 8 of them will play each other, and the 9th team will play an Asian side who have come 3rd in their section. It's a bit complicated, but it really means that if England finish 2nd, they're going to have to do what they did against Scotland before Euro 2000 and play a home and away leg and hope to win it overall. Here's Cole. No substitutes made during the half-time interval by the look of it. Heskey. Greece's only chance really is to win this match and then push for 2nd place themselves. It's very much how it's seen over here anyway. This is Fisas, the left back. Greece now playing from the left in the 2nd half. Zagorakis. Mavroganidis on this side with his hand up. And goes past Cole, and Cole brings him down. Referee comes running across.
Ashley Cole just saying that's my first time. Just challenging with the wrong foot. Again, naturally left-footed. First time he came inside him.
Uzunidis and Dabizas are forward for the free kick for Greece. And it was David Beckham who intercepted with the defensive header. Mavroganidis going the long way round, but he got there. And that needs defending on the far post as well. Oh, offside. That would not have counted. There was a flag up yet again against the Greek player who made the last contact.
It was a good knockback. It was Risas who was in the offside position, the number 11. See, it goes deep. Risas then, as it goes back on the 6-yard box, probably just as he headed it, he just crept offside, got the wrong side of Rio Ferdinand, but the flag went up early.
Little warning for England there as the cross came in. That's the colourful scene in the England section. 3,500 had tickets officially, and then others came under their own steam and bought tickets here, and there were some on sale in Athens, and these are Greek supporters, of course. Paul Scholes for England tries to go past Liberopoulos, but free kick given. I think there's going to be a warning over the loudspeaker about these flares.
That was for one disallowed offside chance. I tried to think what happened if they had scored.
Now, don't tempt fate. This is Keown against Maklas. Beckham sorting it out to Neville. But Neville's given it away, and Beckham needs to make this. He did. Well, there's a lot of smoke on the far side now. Robbie Fowler. He was rather muscled out of that at first, and indeed Beckham did well to win the ball back, and he goes down. Fouled by Zagorakis. England take the free kick quickly. Scholes to Cole. Heskey waiting for a pass. Here he is. Owen and Fowler up there with him. Emil Heskey's shot strikes Gumas. Now it's Beckham. And Gerrard. Can either one of them get this ball in? Gerrard goes again. It was very tight to the line there, and England still have a chance of getting the ball back into the danger area. Not now so much. Bazinas. Getting a little bit more stretch now early in the second half. Liberopoulos for Greece. Maklas to his right. Mavroganidis comes inside. Ferdinand again, making it look easy. Only Michael Owen up front for David Beckham to try and find here. That's Dabizas. Uzunidis with the clearance. Maklas. Zacharakis once again dictating things from the middle of the field for Greece, and he's done really well there. That's a tremendous run by the captain.
Good covering again from Rio Ferdinand, because it was good raking run, got into the penalty area. Rio Ferdinand couldn't afford to dive in and miss time, and he stood his ground well.
Greece are having quite a good spell here. They'll be hoping to sustain it. Mavroganidis seeing plenty of the ball on this right-hand side. This is Brizas. Heskey didn't get that away properly. So it's Vasinas for Greece, and England are being pushed back here. Offside. Always rely on this assistant referee, can't we, to lift his flag.
Just sort of giving themselves an extra man in midfield by encouraging sort of one of the three to come out. Uzanidis is the spare man, the number 5. On 2 or 3 occasions he sort of actually carried the ball, and as the home side they should encourage that.
Well, I think Greece are trying to just hold their line here as David Seaman takes the kick, and it's harmless from the defensive point of view. No chance of Heskey getting hold of that. England's next international will actually be a friendly against Holland at Tottenham in August. It's a warm-up game, if you like, for Sven-Göran Eriksson to prepare the team for Munich. Ironically, without trying to speculate too far, England and Holland could both finish up as runners-up and could even play each other in the playoffs, so that might be quite an interesting friendly. Here's Gerrard. Scholes. A lot of European qualifying matches taking place, of course, tonight, including the Republic of Ireland in action again. Estonia. Forward by Gerrard. It's offside. Liberopoulos. Again, it's Mavroganidis who sets Greece in motion on this side of the pitch. Vasinas. Liberopoulos again. They're certainly taking their time in the build-up, and England are crowding Mavroganidis, trying to get the ball away from him. Scholes does so. This is Owen. Fowler goes off down the middle. But England need to get hold of the game again now. It's been mostly Greek possession early in the second half. This is Heskey, though. 2 Liverpool colleagues to his right, and Emil Heskey taking on Gumas. Gets down the line, and Owen was there. Scrambled away from his feet.
That's exactly what he should be doing. 1 against 1, powered past it, and actually, if he'd have just been touched, that would have been a penalty, because that was a reckless challenge. He stood on his ground, tried to pull it back to Michael Owen.
This is Scholes. Zacharakis is having a powerful game in midfield for Greece. He's got them moving again now. This is Pisas on the far side. Maklas waiting in the centre. Pisas comes through again. Dramatic fall, and he's got the free kick in a central position against Martin Keown.
I'm not sure about that challenge. He went down, didn't he, poleaxed. But just the arm comes up, and look, but it's an important position. Look, just near the arc, because you can go either side of the wall.
There's a lot of argument going on down there. Players falling out in front of the referee. Martin Keown is furious with the decision. Treatment required for Fisas, it would seem.
It can only be the arm coming up, but I can't see any contact with the boot at all. But it was as if he'd been tackled. Let's watch the boot of Martin Keown. For me, there's nothing there.
Well, England have got some defending to do here. They surely have. It's a free kick to Greece on the edge of the penalty area. Vasinas is standing there in a fairly threatening position, the number 7. As the referee pulls the ball back, Liberopoulos is to his right. It's come out again to Liveropoulos, and Beckham clears for England. Referee, I think, has given a free kick. David Beckham was fouled as he cleared that ball.
Good defending, the ball held firm because it was a good position. Didn't get it high enough and got the first block, and then on the second challenge, as you say, foul given away. A bit of relief, I think, from the English fans there.
Well, it's been a very hot day in Athens, as you can probably gather from the fact that one or two of them are still shirtless. The man in the number 7 shirt is on the ball. It's David Beckham. Scholes goes near post. Heskey comes in this side. Easy for the goalkeeper. Bazinas with the crossfield ball. That's dangerous. Bizas coming up on that side. Keown this time gets the free kick himself.
That was good defending. Good ball from Bazinas, who's had a decent game for the Greek team, but certainly as he got the challenge in Rani Keown, he was clipped from behind.
Well, there's a real competitive streak about the Greek side. This is no easy match for England now. Beckham has come into a central position to try to change things a bit, just at the moment anyway. Here's Cole. Heskey. And Cole goes again.
Unlucky, good movement. Gerrard just overhit it. He put his hands on his head there because he knew as soon as he clipped it, it was just a bit heavy, but he was in, Ashley Cole.
Yes, he was. And as I said, England really do need a spell of possession now. They've conceded ground a little bit to Greece in the opening 10 minutes of this second half. Firecrackers going off all round the stadium. Zagorakis competing there with Owen. Cole. Beckham once more trying to start things off for England. Here's Fowler. Owen. A little bit of daylight perhaps here. Fowler again. Beckham. Gerrard up. And Liveropoulos turning here for Greece. Free kick. Oh, it's going to be a booking. Brizas, number 11, yellow card. For a foul on Cole. The first yellow card of the match in the 58th minute. Cole.
Got the free kick there.
Oh, and Brizas is clashing again with Cole here. This is becoming quite a spiky little contest. England have got a free kick on the edge of the area. Beckham has come across to retrieve the ball. I think the referee is probably telling Cole just to make sure he doesn't get involved in a personal confrontation there with Brizas. Keown has come up as well. Beckham curls it in. Oh, and just a touch from Emil Heskey, perhaps.
Well, it was the perfect ball. You either need one of your own players or even a defender, as we saw with Liverpool against Alaves. Just needs the faintest of touches. Didn't quite watch the ball, did he? He got up, did everything right, just failed to get the touch.
Again, the delivery from the captain. In fact, Uzinidis didn't get a touch either, did he? As it floated out. Now here's Heskey to Cole.
A little bit better the last minute or two.
Fowler started a run now left to right. Heskey's on this side. Just glancing off him. And with nearly an hour gone, there's not an awful lot of shape to the game just at this present time. It's a little bit scrappy.
I suppose from an attacking point of view, England, if you're looking at the bench, McManaman, Alan Smith, Teddy Sheringham are the trio that would be introduced. I wouldn't think so yet away.
This is Gerrard on the ball now. To Scholes. Beckham. Mavroganidis intercepted with his front through two very heavy tackles there, but the ball almost ricocheted with Steven Gerrard. Instead it's gone to Liveropoulos, and there's danger here because Maklas is down the middle and Brizas is further over. Beckham again. Really is working hard, David Beckham, to keep England in possession. By the way, if you want to discuss this match with Ray Stubbs afterwards, there's going to be an opportunity on the BBC Sports website. And told, if you're listening, Stubbs, that's called a webcast. So you're miles ahead of me with modern technology, but it's worth ringing him, or shall I say, mailing him. I'll get it right eventually, I'll tell you. Here's Beckham anyway on the left for England. It's Heskey the other way and Fowler. Still Beckham. Curls it! Oh! Now then, should that have been a corner, Trevor?
Yeah, he's actually changed his mind. He's given the corner now. As you see, just drifting wide of the angle. I'm not sure that Nico Polides would have got there, but just a little bit better now. More possession of David Beckham is the man working hard to try and get his side back in to the dominance that they enjoyed a bit more in the first half.
Well, David Beckham will take the corner. Martin Keown and Rio Ferdinand waiting to come in from near the penalty spot. Something being thrown at Beckham again. And the flag's gone up. Presumably the ball was out from the corner.
Yes, it curled out. Although it was then coming into the 6-yard box, it was sufficient. So that was a waste, wasn't it? There it comes.
Yes,
outside.
It's outside, isn't it? Yeah. They do love their football over here in Greece. Good passion for the local clubs. Olympiakos, Panathinaikos, AEK Athens. Olympiakos actually have just won the league for the 5th year running. A Manchester United situation over here, really. Here's Cole inside to Owen. Fowler's made a run as well, and Cole stays forward. Heskey. Gerrard will move it on to Scholes. He'll let it run on to Beckham. It's Scholes again. Robbie Fowler with a bit of room on the far side there.
That was an excellent move. They passed and they dummied, Paul Scholes in particular. They knocked it into Robbie Fowler, one-on-one. Tried to come inside on his favoured left foot. This is a little dummy. Gets a return from Beckham, sets himself up, and he's just trying to curl it in the back post there. Got underneath it though.
That was Gerrard looking for Robbie Fowler. That's nicely done by England. Michael Owen just pushing on ahead here, hoping to get the pass. Instead it's gone to Emile Heskey! Oh, and there's a goal for Paul Scholes! England have scored after 63 minutes, and Paul Scholes, what an international record he's building up. The breakthrough that Sven-Göran Eriksson was looking for, and when Heskey first got the ball I thought he was going to score himself, but he tucks it across and Scholes jabs in his 13th international goal on his 35th appearance. Trevor.
Yeah, so I think he thinks about the shot, and then it's a deliberate side foot, I think. Well, it's a scuffler, it might have been doing him too much credit, but Paul Scholes again sniffing in the penalty area. Look, he makes that deep run from alongside Philip Neville, who we've got to give a lot of credit for the goal. But you see Paul Scholes waiting there, he's onside, that little toe ender, and a deliberate side foot, but well done Philip Neville.
Greece are going to make an immediate substitution. Maklas is coming off, and Alexandris, the striker, or the other striker who was left out tonight, has come on. That was one of the best things I've seen Phil Neville do for England.
Yeah, I think he's over on his best side, right? I've seen him have some good games there for Manchester United, but he did well. He won the initial challenge, carried it inside and held it up and released a perfectly weighted ball. He could have, gone for glory, hit a left-footed shot from 25 yards, hoping to get a goal, but he released Emile Heskey, set up the opportunity, and Paul Scholes, well, that man again, he's in the penalty area and tucked it away.
Fox in there, isn't he? Always hunting out the chance, and I think sometimes you've got to say that one goal can change an international match quite suddenly, and Sven-Göran Eriksson is now looking at the possibility of 3 points and his 5th consecutive win. And this now is Gerrard. Down goes Brizas. The Greek manager didn't hesitate when that goal went in to make his second change of the night. And the England supporters in good heart now. 1-0 to England. Mavroganidis for Greece. Good moment to score in another sense, because Greece, if anything, had had the better of the opening exchanges in the second half, and then England suddenly, Beckham, I think particularly, was getting hold of the ball, and that surge by Phil Neville, his club colleague, set up the chance. Here's Neville again.
Yeah, they had that great move, didn't they, which Robbie Fowler just tried to curl at the back post. So they're just beginning to get the momentum going. But I do believe that David Beckham had played a key part in working to get them that possession. That certainly the opening 10 minutes had just lost a little bit in the second half.
So Greece having to come from behind now. Mavroganidis. It's the man who's just come on there. Number 18, Alexios Alexandris, who plays for Panathinaikos. Bit of a tussle there between Robbie Fowler did ever so well to win that. Now Owen has set off ahead of him here, and he's been picked out. Dabizas trying to get to Owen. Beckham is just behind him. And Neville. And David Beckham can't quite return that to Neville.
But again, the Fowler Owen understanding, working well. And certainly this is the one where Philip Neville comes inside, and he actually just controls it almost with his stomach there. Takes it into space. Now he could have had a shot there thinking I'll go for glory. Paul Scholes makes the run. He waits the pass perfectly. Knocks it back inside Heskey, and the little toe ender. Terrific, the lead.
Here comes Owen for England. Is the game going to really open up now? Because Greece will have to take a chance or two to try and pull it round. That's come off Rio Ferdinand. And then off Martin Keown, but only a momentary scare. Doesn't know what he was doing, and England here have a good position from which to work now. Scholes. Steve McManaman doing the exercises. Quite illuminating to see how Sven-Göran Eriksson plays the substitute card. It's said to be one of his tactical strengths. This is a foul on Emil Heskey, who was chosen ahead of McManaman tonight and who has made the goal by which England lead. Owen to Ashley Cole. David Beckham. And again it's Cole. No, it won't be, it's out.
Actually, it's a great pass from David Beckham. Ashley Cole hadn't gone though, and actually just reacted when the little reverse pass was there. But well, Sven-Göran must be absolutely delighted. The 1-0 scoreline means that almost for certain they're in a playoff position for me if it stays like this. And now, of course, they're in an opportunity to challenge Germany. But more than anything, probably you've got to say, if you're a Greek fan, they've probably got 21 minutes to try and get themselves back into having any chance at all of qualifying.
That just about sums it up. Of course, it was Scholes who won that playoff against Scotland, wasn't it? This is going to be a card, and I think it's Cole for that challenge.
Yeah, he'd had a challenge, remember, when Mavroganidis came inside, he challenged with his wrong foot, got away with that one, but on this occasion, the second one decided on the yellow card.
Gumas, the number 6, has gone forward for the free kick, so has Uzunidis. Well, it's hit Michael Owen. Now, whether he was 10 yards or not, we'll see. Referee's coming across. It's a free kick to Greece. And a good header out, and the ball back again with... actually, they're going to bring another substitute on Greece. Giannakopoulos is waiting on the touchline. This will be their third and final change, the Greeks. But in the meantime, Brizas trying to get in down the right-hand side here. And And Rio Ferdinand deals with that and gets a free kick himself.
Well, as Alan said, he hasn't had to do too much, but at key moments he's been very, very good. His anticipation, his reading of it, he is quick, and certainly his influence, I think, in the England team now is beginning to grow more and more.
Giannakopoulos, who's going to come on, plays for Olympiakos, a midfield player who's said to be on his way to Italy, and Mavroganidis is coming off to make way for him. This is the third change by the Greek manager. And England have yet to make one as we enter the last 20 minutes.
Mavroganidis, I thought, had done pretty well. Whether it was just carrying a knock, I don't know. But Ashley Cole has played him well. Mind you, you get rid of him with his long name, and you've got Giannakopoulos. Is even longer, isn't it?
I think it probably is. Yeah. Well, we'll soldier on. Anyway, it was Liberopoulos. There's an attack on here for Greece. It's Giannakopoulos who's just come on, and he's gone down. Nothing given though. The England supporters, I think, have spotted Gary Lineker up in the studio there. There's a bit of banter going on. But down on the pitch, the important thing is England are leading by 1-0. Liberopoulos now is waiting in the centre for this cross. Oh, and the missed kick. And a chance here for the equaliser. Oh, that nearly was. Giannakopoulos coming in and called it ever so well.
A fantastic challenge. It was Rio Ferdinand. He's one error. Look, he comes across. He has a bit of a wild swing, misses it, hits the shoulder of Ashley Cole, and it looks as if it's going to be a clear scoring opportunity, but a great tackle by him.
There's going to be a booking here, Trevor. Robbie Fowler was pulled down by the left back, Fizas, as England broke away, so he's been carded. Here's Heskey on this side. So this looks like the first England change of the evening, as Giannakopoulos, who nearly equalised a minute after coming on there, starts another Greek attack. McManaman for who, Trevor, do you think?
I think Emil Heskey seems to just be labouring a bit. That would be the most obvious one. He's done his job, he's set up the chance, but he just seems to be carrying a little bit of a knock. You can see him in the bottom of the picture, so I would think it'd be just a straight swap.
Zagorakis with the crossfield ball towards Fizas, and that runs out. Steve McManaman, who has just won a Spanish championship medal with Real Madrid to add to the European Champions League medal he won last year. Something of an enigma in an England shirt, but scored in the opening match of the Euro 2000 against Portugal a year ago. And the only overseas-based player in the England party. Here's Liberopoulos for Greece. Beckham. Forward to Owen. And now Scholes, the goal scorer. This is Beckham with Fowler now pushed right upfield, and Owen just dropping in behind him in this attack. Neville also supporting, and here is Robbie Fowler. And it's Scholes again. Oh, and the goalkeeper had to stretch a bit.
I think it was a tackle from his own man there, and he just had to react. Good build-up play game. Philip Neville again working the right flank very well.
Having a good second half, Neville. And Emil Heskey is coming towards the touchline here, as though he knows it's him, who will be replaced by Steve McManaman.
Well, there was a question as to whether Steve McManaman was going to start this game, and Emil Heskey was the one who got the nod. I think he's justified that.
one or two decent runs. It might not be his best position, but he does cause panic in defenders, and he helps set up the goal. And a worthy pat on the back, and certainly just pointing to his thigh there, I think.
Yes, Gary Lewin, the physio there, was just checking out. I think there may be a slight thigh strain, one of the reasons why Heskey's been withdrawn. England now have the ball with Beckham on the far side. They also have Fowler in an offside position. Now this is a very important 15 minutes in England's World Cup campaign. If they can hold this lead, take the 3 points from Athens, then they can go to Munich in good heart. This is McManaman. And a good early movement from him. Actually, there wasn't too many options for him on for him there.
No, he actually did very well. Then going on his left foot, he looked up and I'm sure he said help, because there wasn't anyone, and he got caught in two minds. He might have well have just blasted it, but it would have been with his less favoured left foot, and got caught in two minds and did nothing.
Well, England's goal has certainly quietened the Greek crowd in this Olympic Stadium. It's Goumas on the ball for Greece to Giannakopoulos. Bizas on the far side. Beckham just shutting him down a bit. Big shouts for England here. Zagorakis to Alexandris. Bazinas. England forcing the Greeks back into their own half here. In fact, Greece have now got 4 out-and-out attackers on the pitch. 2 of them are playing in midfield, admittedly, but those changes have given them a more offensive look. And here comes Dabizas. Bazinas with the through ball. Scholes is back there helping as well now. This is Zagorakis.
I think you could say he didn't quite catch it. Even the Greek fans are not too happy at the moment with their side 1-0 down. Just a total miss kick. Yep, I think Alan Smith's having his little team talk there and gently introducing him. Good experience.
2 Alan Smiths actually, because the physio is by that name as well, giving him his taking his tracksuits off. Alan Smith of Leeds, who came on as a substitute in the match against Mexico for his debut at this level. Looks as though he's going to get a few minutes here in Athens, as Scholes passes the ball back to Seaman. Now Giannakopoulos. Again, Alexandris is on this side for Greece, number 18. Bizas up on the far side. Oh, and Giannakopoulos got away. Oof, just pulled away from Cole, didn't he?
Yeah, just pulled away. I've got a feeling actually Cole might have got a little touch before it actually reached him, and then it was almost a cushioned header. As you could see, just got the wrong side of him. And it's a comfortable catch then. Certainly just got into, Seaman got into, I think, his knee into the back of Rio Ferdinand.
Yes, Ferdinand seems to have taken a bit of a bump there from his own goalkeeper. And he's the injured player. Cole actually was the player in that just didn't quite get to Giannakopoulos there. And as Seaman comes out to claim, there's a collision with Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah, it's just the number 11, Risas, knocks Rio Ferdinand into the keeper. I think he's going to be okay.
Another change coming up then. Robbie Fowler is going to be rested for the last 10 minutes or so. And Alan Smith of Leeds United, 20 years old, will make his World Cup debut for England. What a great season he's had, really. And this now is a flag saying that the ball was out and England have a throw.
I think Robbie Fowler's done very well. He played excellent in the first half. certainly 1 or 2 balls again into the second half. Good understanding with Michael Owen, and but they've had a long, certainly late part of the season, although Robbie Fowler waited quite a while to get that opportunity. But I think he must be pleased how he's now easing his way into this England lineup.
Well, let's see if England can just stay firm for this last 10 minutes, because they are in possession here of a lead, which would mean 3 World Cup qualifying points, which was very important, especially as Germany won earlier in the evening in Albania. But here are Greece on the... Oh, and Giannakopoulos gets in again, and Cole needs to be very aware of that. His clearance hasn't really done the job. This is Liberopoulos. And now Fizas joins the attack, and Giannakopoulos is in a dangerous position yet again. Phil Neville nodded that ball down to Paul Scholes. It would be a great relief and release from England if they could get the second goal here. It's Beckham on the far side. Smith darting forward. This is Scholes. McManaman is to his left. Owen's in there too. McManaman trying to curve his cross in. And the assistant referee signals for a goal kick, does he? Or
I think he's got the corner there. Just got to the byline and just hit the defender. Yep, so no need to rush as David Beckham strolls across.
Absolutely. Martin Keown is coming forward though, nonetheless. It's been played short to Cole. Keown had tried to get round the back there, but he's on his way into defence now, which is where he's needed. Paul Scholes intercepts. Beckham. Oh, what a pity. Flag up against Owen.
Not sure about the right back when the ball was played as well. I mean, it was again going back to the first half, wasn't it? When you know, they did certainly expose that flat back four. Look, when the ball is played, again, wasn't the ideal angle to test that out, but I'm not sure Michael Owen was on.
Now Greece have a free kick, and Rio Ferdinand asked to get underneath that. McManaman to Keown. Greece still looking for their first ever outfield goal against England. They'll need one now if they're going to salvage anything at all from this match. That's backed by Gumas. Giannakopoulos. Gumas. Rizas. England needing to be watchful here. Greece have got 3 waiting in the centre. And they forced a corner. Which Giannakopoulos has gone across to take. Forward from the back comes Ouzinidis, number 5. And also Dabizas here. And it was Dabizas who came hurtling in his traditional Newcastle style.
Yeah, he's dangerous at sets pieces. Probably just hit a bit too deep, going away from him, and although he got up, you could see he never felt he was going to make good contact. Good defending again. It was Rio Ferdinand who made the challenge. As you say, England 7 or 8 minutes away from an absolutely crucial win, which will confirm, I think, certainly at the very least, the playoff place, but keep them and really set up that game in Germany beginning of September.
It would also give Sven-Göran Eriksson his 5 out of 5, which would mean a new record. No England manager has started with 5 wins. His predecessors all made, or most of them made good starts, but Walter Winterbottom's 4 back in 1946 still remains the best until perhaps now.
David Beckham in possession there might also be able to give a haircut to Garth Brooks on the way back.
Yes, I was wondering about that. You know it's called a mohawk and not a Mohican, don't you?
I take your word for it. Yeah, so it's certainly...
Listen, I don't know anything about hair. I'm still trying to get used to hair gel, never mind haircuts like that.
I wouldn't even think about hair gel, you.
Anyway, England are gelling quite nicely. 1-0 up and in possession here in this World Cup qualifier in Athens. And here's Alan Smith of Leeds United. And while the ball's back there, England will be perfectly happy. They were even happier, of course, had Albania managed to take something from Germany, but that was not to be tonight. And we have 5 minutes left here in the Olympic Stadium. Giannakopoulos whacks that right across to Fizas on the far side. Dabizas. Smith got a good foot in there. Oh, and so too did Beckham. Owen has gone off down the centre. David Beckham running at the defence here. Now, who's in support? There was no one really. Oh, he's gone down. Free kick. Foul by Uzanidis on Beckham.
Possibly, I think a bit frustrated not to end up with a shot himself, or if he was not going to have the shot, to release Michael Owen when he could have gone and one-on-one, because it seemed to be a good opportunity to get that second goal, but going to waste a few valuable seconds out. I'm sure he's going to have a pot shot as well.
Well, you'd have thought so, wouldn't you? 25 yards out, Beckham lining the ball up. Ashley Cole is standing just to his right. And that is Beckham. Oh, and that's the second goal, and the one that clinches 3 World Cup points for England. A trademark free kick from the England captain. Beckham goes across to the supporters, and they respond. 2-0 to England. 3 goals in 4 internationals for Beckham. And just look at the faces there. This is beautifully curled, and the goalkeeper never moved a muscle.
Well, I'd like to see it from behind the goal. It put it over the wall superbly, but when it's ended up, it almost looks as if it's gone into the middle of the goal. Not sure why Ikepolidis didn't react. This is going to show us better. There it is outside. Oh, well, it's just gone in the angle. That's a fantastic free kick, isn't it? And yep, captain played his part, I thought, early in the second half, and just another wonderful free kick. He's delighted.
Well, England are on fire here, not the Greeks. It's 2-0, and Sven-Göran Eriksson now looking at a most satisfactory end to the season, and a wonderful start really as the England coach. He's going to make a 3rd substitution any second as the Greeks hesitate before kicking off. The reason is the flares on the pitch, but as you can see, we're only 3 minutes away from the final whistle, and Nicky Butt to come on, and it looks as though Paul Scholes may be rested.
Well, it's just got the second goal, just tighten up. Paul Scholes, again, vital, crucial goal for him. He's played his part. But David Beckham, well, he's certainly playing the captain's role. He's been a key player. Gerrard, I think, has been excellent. Young Ashley Cole still got to go back to that magnificent saving tackle when Poirot referred, and he's been excellent himself. Just had that one missed kick. It looked as if there was a clear shooting opportunity, and got a terrific block when it was 1-0.
Who forecast it would be 2-0 tonight? Do you remember that?
Oh, right. And you got a little flutter on it, haven't you, as well?
Uzanidis with the forward pass. And McManaman now for a very buoyant England, and that just about puts the seal on it. That brilliant free kick from Beckham, who has had an excellent second half leading the side.
And I think the scoreline's about right. If you look at the balance of chances, you know, the Greeks have looked, you know, not bad in midfield, but haven't created too much. England have been positive, and you know, the performances, I think, are really encouraging. And certainly, I keep going back to that September game now in Germany. What a game that's going to be!
That'll be massive, won't it? This is McManaman, and it's Owen. Now Neville. Square to Beckham. Little ball in with a minute plus stoppage time left here in Athens. And I'm sure plenty of people back home have enjoyed this England performance, and particularly the result. Smith helping the ball on. Owen's just waiting by the penalty spot, hoping to sneak a third perhaps. This is Giannakopoulos for Greece. McManaman. Promising run, he's got Cole to his left. Smith makes his way into the penalty area. Owen's there too. And the man with the board, the fourth official, has come to the touchline as we hit the 90-minute mark here in Athens. And he says 3 minutes of overtime. And here's number 3, Ashley Cole. Well, the England supporters can really relax now. The celebrations have started just down to our left. A 2-0 lead. And a very successful visit to this part of the world, with the home game against Greece still to come, of course. This will be good psychologically for that as well, up at Old Trafford in October. Here's Cole. Any points that you'd still like to make, Trevor?
Well, just, to say, well done to England, because I think, this free kick, which you've got to remember David Beckham won himself, didn't he? I said at the time, I thought he might have gone on and shot himself or released Michael Owen. He was actually looking for the free kick because he knew he could clip it in from there. But I think it's a younger looking side. You've got Ashley Cole, Rio Ferdinand, certainly Gerrard, an excellent midfield, Michael Owen. They're all young players.
Zagorakis there was pulled down on the edge of the penalty area for Greece, and they will have a free kick now. Zagorakis standing there with Bazinas, who took the first one that they had from this position. Keown's come tearing out towards the ball. And Zagorakis to float it over the bar. David Seaman largely untroubled tonight, Trevor.
No, I'm sure he's quite happy with that situation. But we mentioned the starting team, sort of, the top 4 side. They've all been in Europe. They are young side, this English side, but they're getting a lot of experience in what with Champions League, UEFA Cup, Liverpool's run, and that can only be good. And so this sort of atmosphere this evening is nothing strange to them. And the more they go on, and as certainly Sven Goran said, whether it be through the playoffs or topping the group, if this side can get to the World Cup, it's going to be a terrific experience for this young squad.
Well, David Beckham leads the team off, but Sven Goran Eriksson is being warmly hugged on the bench by 4 or 5 of his coaching team, because that is a really good night's work. His 5th consecutive win as the England coach. The people who employed him will be delighted about that. It's a record, beating, as I said, Walter Winterbottom just after the war. Beckham at the heart of it, especially with his leadership in the second half, and particularly the goal that put the match beyond the reach of Greece. 4,000 or so England supporters now able to make themselves heard here in this big stadium, and a smile from the Swedish coach as England get the result they wanted. 3 points on a night when Germany also achieved that in Albania. It was vital that England won this to try and secure second place, which is where they are at the moment. But of course things could change, because we look now with Beckham and his team to that match on September the 1st in Munich, and there'll be England players, especially those who played tonight and 1 or 2 who didn't, who will be hoping that they get the shout for that one, because that's going to be a terrific start to next season without a doubt. But full marks to Beckham and the other England players tonight. It was a compact and comprehensive performance, rarely looking shaken, even when Greece got a bit of the ball early in the second half. And once again, the little goal machine, Paul Scholes, cropping up with the first when it really mattered. And then Beckham just sealing the win and going off to a great ovation here. This has been a good night for the England international team. A really pleasant end to the end of the season for English football. And the supporters have helped to make it so, and one hopes that they'll continue to behave buoyantly, but no more than that as the evening wears on in Athens. It's nearly midnight here. We're 2 hours ahead of you. But David Beckham has come off the pitch to meet Garth Crooks.
David, a captain performance, a superb Beckham special, and a wonderful victory. You must be delighted.
Yeah, it was a team performance more than anything. You look from right from the back four, absolutely excellent. First half, we said if we kept it to 0-0, not giving them anything, we'd always get chances. Robbie was brilliant up front, Michael was brilliant all the way through the midfield. We worked hard, we got our chances, got the balls, got the passes. And if we play like that, you know, Rio at the back and Martin were absolutely tremendous tonight. It's a whole team performance. It's not about anyone in particular, it's just a whole team.
I think the question the nation wants to know is, can we win the group from this position?
Well, it just puts us in another better position. You know, we said with the other 2 games that if we can get to 7 points, then we'll take it from there. You know, now we've got 3 more, and you know, we can go on from there. It's up to us now.
Paul Scholes got the other goal, of course. His 13th international goal this season. Unlucky for some, because I've got to have the haircut now.
Yeah, of course. You know, I'll get my clippers out, and you're definitely having it.
Many congratulations, well done.
Cheers.
Didn't know Garth had any hair to cut, but fantastic performance.
Deserved to win, played really well. I wouldn't say the Greeks are the best team in the world, but England have gone away from home and the keeper's not had a lot to do, so they've done something right. I thought they were solid, professional, they played it nicely, some great stuff at times. Deserves to score the goal, great captain's performance as well. The good thing about this England side is that you look at them and you think they can only get better, because once these players mature, they will be a very good side.
I'll have a word from you two in a moment. It's worth having a look at the Group 9 table though and see how it stands. England are back within 6 points of Germany and have that game in hand. Victory in Munich in September will keep alive hopes of automatic qualification. England need to improve their goal difference though. That will be the decider if they finish level with the Germans, who beat Albania also by 2-0 tonight. Jamie, the position's looking as it was, I suppose, before, but better because this was always a tough-looking game for England.
Yeah, I think so. Now we can go to Germany and have a right go. I don't think we've got anything to fear there. You know, they obviously beat us at Wembley when we played them back then, but I think now we can have a right go with nothing to lose.
Martin?
It was better than very good, the performance tonight, without a doubt. I don't care whether I agree with Alan that I can't say that Greece were all that fantastic. It doesn't really matter. You can only beat what's in front of you. It's an important game. Just felt before the match, when there was a less intimidating atmosphere than I was expecting, felt that was good. Pitch was in excellent condition. All those things in England's favour. Having said that, they're playing away from home. It's a fantastic win, without a doubt.
Is very good better than outstanding, or
that was
really
my
good?
little point in the first one, which you've obviously missed.
Well, I obviously got it, didn't I?
No, you did. Well done. Well, it was excellent. It was really excellent.
Alan, the outstanding individuals for you?
Well, I thought, apart from the mistake he made, which was only a slight mistake, I thought Ferdinand was very, very good at the back, Gerrard in midfield. But I think that really it was a team performance. You know, individually they were good, but I thought collectively they were very, very strong. Ashley Cole at left back made 2 or 3 great runs down the left-hand side, 2 or 3 very important challenges as well. As I say, this team can only get better. Obviously, the harder games are still to come. You look at September the 1st, and it is a massive game against the Germans. But on that performance, I don't think they've got a lot to fear.
Yeah, the only thing that we were all anxious about was, would we score? Would England score? And eventually, you know, that most reliable of midfield goal scorers, Paul Scholes, came up with the goods. Jamie.
Yeah, Paul Scholes he's got that uncanny knack of just arriving in the box at the right time. Emil does great. Phil Neville does well. He slides the ball down to Emil Eski. You can see Paul Scholes making his little burst there. Emil slides it across, and Paul Scholes like a magnet in the box. The ball just seems to always get, you know, when he gets in there, it always seems to arrive at the right time. It was a great
Ireland
finish.
does really well here to play it into Neville, and he charges forward. It's ironic, in the whole match, Paul Scholes probably had one little half chance, but here you can see him just going into the box here. Heskey does really well to get it across, and he's not going to miss from there.
A word of credit for Phil Neville as well, I think, there, Martin, because he's had his criticism for England, but he certainly did well in this part.
He did very well in the game altogether. This is a good part. He wanted the challenge. There was a wee possible handball, but even so he got away with it. Heskey did very well. I mean, he's onto his left side, but there's no point in having a shot at goal. And Scholes, John Watson described him there as the little goal machine. And he's just a manager's dream. Anybody can score goals from midfield the way he has done, not only at club level but at international level. Is just fantastic.
The good thing about that move was actually the movement itself, where you had 4 or 5 of them running into decent positions. You know, they're all wanting the ball, and as Martin says, when it came to Scholes in that position, he's the one player that wouldn't miss.
Yeah, it's also one of his great strengths. He's not just the sort of bloke that gets in the box like sort of David Platt did, but he's also a terrific footballer as well, isn't he? And
I think tonight just playing in front of the back four at times when England had to defend, and England the back four did very, very well indeed. Little to do, but dealt with it magnificently. But I have to say, he and Gerrard right in front, to protect the back four at all times. The minute there's any sign of danger, they're back in there. And then to know that when I get forward here, that suddenly a boy's bursting from midfield to score a goal. I think Scholes is outstanding.
You've played against him, and he's renowned for his goals, but technically is superb as well. Left foot, right foot.
He has everything. I think, and today, as you've seen, Stevie Gerrard and Paul Scholes look like we've been playing 50-odd times together. They linked up, they defended together, they passed it together. They were the complete midfield, because Stevie Gerrard can sit, Paul Scholes can get in the box and score, that's all you can look for in the midfield.
Even the whole team, we were looking before the start of the match at certain individuals, but you look at the defence now, you've got Ferdinand and Cole, then go to the midfield, you've got Beckham, you've got Scholes, you've got Gerrard, and then up front you've got options.
Quite promising, isn't it, really?
Oh, it looks all right. It looks all right.
I think they've got the two main aspects of it. They've got energy in the team now. You know, they've got a will and a desire to go on as well too. And suddenly that left-hand side position that seemed a massive problem when England were under a bit of pressure during Euro 2000s, suddenly it's been coped with easily enough. I thought actually Heskey started the second half, just a little period where Greece were in the game, and I thought his run gave them that confidence to go and play a big part in second half proceedings.
All right, let's get the thoughts of Sven-Göran Eriksson. He's with Garth Crooks.
Well, Sven, congratulations on breaking Sir Walter Winterbottom's record. You said to me last week it was all about getting the 3 points. You've got them. What does this mean about our qualification now?
This was a very difficult game. To win in Greece is always very difficult, and of course it was very, very important to have the 3 points. Now the next qualification game is in Germany, and there anything could happen. We look forward to that, of course, but first we have a little bit of holiday now.
Was there ever a stage in the game where you thought the 3 points were in doubt?
Well, of course, I think we did well, even first half. We created some very good occasions, and the Greek team, they created very little. We were, even if I had the ball a lot, but I think we did well. And we had a lot of patience, waited until the occasions came. Second half, I think we played excellent. And we won. We deserved to win the game, and we won it. And now we'll see.
Now all eyes point to Germany. Is it a game we can win?
Well, I think so. I think, of course, we can win it, but you can also lose it. You must be know that Germany is a great football country, a great team, and but we'll see what's happening. I'm very happy. We took the 3 points here away against Greece, and that means that everything is open. Everything can still happen, and if we not take the first place, the second place is much closer in this moment. But of course, we will try to win in Germany and take the first place.
Well, it's been another excellent night for English football. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, England's second goal, of course, was scored by David Beckham. He went close in the first half. What did you think of that free kick? It wasn't bad, was it?
Well, it wasn't very good. It wasn't outstanding. It was absolutely brilliant. It was. This is a Beckham trademark, isn't it? Yeah. Up and over the wall quickly with pace, swerve.
I think the keeper must have had diving boots on it.
Well, the keeper's
got everything. I don't think that behind the goal does it justice, actually, but he's just got his technique there. That's tremendous. Was he 30 yards out as well?
It ends up in the middle of the goal, but I'll tell you what, it hasn't gone in the middle of the goal. It's just gone in.
It goes flying in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lots of pace and bend in it. Goalkeeper rooted to the spot, unlucky.
I felt personally when it was 0-0 and drifting a little bit in the middle of the second half, Beckham lifted England. Did you feel that at all?
Well, I'm not sure that he in particular lifted them. I just thought that they never looked in danger of losing the game. It was a matter of getting the breakthrough. I think that he said himself at the end of the interview, and I know that no one likes to throw praise onto any particular individual. It was essentially a team performance. I thought the whole way through, I think they've got a great belief in each other at this minute, and I think that's important. And I thought that Heskey started the second half very, very well indeed. That run was excellent for him, which is the thing that we're trying to just go past a few people and cause a few problems. This was excellent. Just run. As Alan said in the first half, sometimes just don't even worry about anything else. Burst past him. He might have gone down there. He's dragged it back. He's been a wee bit unlucky.
Andrew, he's been accused of going down too much.
You're shouting for him to go down here because
he can't win.
The defender makes the tackle nowhere near the ball.
I thought that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant.
You can't stop him. How can you stop him? He's 6'3", strong as an ox. You can't stop him. He's so
Going back to the Beckham thing, I think
go on.
he's never going to be vocal on the pitch, but I think basically he leads by example.
Yeah.
His attitude is very, very good. If you watch him when he runs for simple things like throw-ins, he gets there quick, takes it, and that is showing a great example to your teammates, and people will follow on.
Keeps the tempo of the game going all the time. But Heskey also had another chance. I mean, he only had to get some sort of contact on it from the
I think
free
Jamie
kick.
would have headed this in.
I don't know about that, Al.
It's a great chance though, isn't it?
It's a great ball in. It's there to be headed.
So difficult to defend against.
I think he thinks he's going to just get on it, but the ball just slightly drifts away from him. It was a great ball in. The quality of the ball was fantastic.
Got to score there, Martin, do you think?
No, he's looking for the slight touch, isn't he? And he's just hoping that. And I think he thinks if he gets a full header on it, he might actually power it wide. I think it's just the slightest of touches, and had he got the slightest of touch, it would have been a goal.
But the ball in, perfection. So difficult to defend against.
Yeah, you have to. I think sometimes we have to criticise Beckham for his accuracy or his inaccuracy. Do you think? He did miss the target once, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was an absolute disgrace. He missed the target. What's wrong with the boy? But he just cuts inside. Decent hit, just going over the top.
It's a great hit.
This is the period that you've been talking about, Gary, where he was just beginning to get into the game.
That's right.
And this was just following on from the free kick. He's come inside, he's had a shot, and he is so accurate. So accurate, he actually
It wasn't just Beckham, it wasn't just Heskey, it wasn't just Scholes, it was generally a good team performance, and I think one move in particular probably encapsulated that, didn't it? Great.
Yeah, it was quick, it was to feet, always in control of the ball, and then it actually ended up with a decent chance for Robbie Fowler, but they never at any stage looked like losing this. You know, it was pass it, move it, get it back, don't let the Greeks get near the ball, and then suddenly when you get near the edge of the box, Owen plays it in, always the same control of the ball, into feet. Greeks get nowhere near the ball.
I think that was a good thing today. No one was afraid. Everyone wanted the ball. You never see anyone hiding.
Bang, like this. Comes to Robbie.
I think in all the players you've left, you mentioned earlier on about being good performance today. For me, Robbie Fowler was fantastic. His link-up play a few times with Michael, and people have said that they're not so good together. But I thought today they linked up so well, and Robbie's all-round play was brilliant this tonight.
But I think that's a measure of the performance that we keep on mentioning individuals. We've gone about 7, 8 already that have played really well. So basically it's a team performance.
Defensively as well, a clean sheet, which is...
Yeah, and I'll tell you something as well too. There was a challenge just after the time that Ferdinand, I think, just made the only mistake he's made in the game, and Cole got a challenge.
You're showing it right over your shoulder there, actually.
It is magnificent effort. And
well,
I was concerned about him defensively, as he's improving. He's only a kid in the game, and he's got a challenge in there. He made it immediately, got across there. No concern for himself at all. Got the challenge in.
But you look at Rio's performance, and for sort of 65 minutes you thought, this is unbelievable. He looks so mature, so solid, and then one little mistake, it could have been in the back of the net, but if you make a mistake, the golden rule is make sure there's somebody there to bail you out, and Ashley Cole had a tackle to perfection yet again.
Jamie, looking ahead, fancies perhaps winning the group? Big game in Germany. That's
a massive game in Germany. As we said, we've got nothing to lose now. We can go over there and perform, and if you look at the way that they played today, there's no reason why we can't beat them. I don't see that. If you look at the German team, player for player, they're no better than what we've got here.
It'll be a harder game than it was tonight, that's for sure.
That's a guarantee. Guys, I'm sorry Martin, we've just about run out of time. That is indeed it. Sven's done it again, he's beaten that record, but he still can't vote tomorrow, you know. Good night.